Hey, don't forget to check out Rant Cafe wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, and so on. You can watch the episodes live as we make them on Twitch, links in the description. And of course, the links to all of our guests in each episode are in the description, so show them some love. Hey, what is up, everybody? It's Animac here from the YouTube and Twitch channel Anime Uproar, and welcome to another episode of the Rant Cafe. This one was highly requested by a lot of people in the comments on our YouTube channel, Rant Cafe, on Twitch, on Twitter, everywhere, and it's going to be an absolute nightmare because this is maybe the hardest bracket that we've ever done, debating the best anime openings. It's going to be brutal. Joining me today, we have my boy All Day Anime.
What's up, guys? Always good to be here.
We have Hiding in Public back with us again.
How's it going, gamers?
You got us. We also have JoJo Talks Too Much back in the house.
Hello, everybody. It's me.
And lastly, we have Evanit0, aka Mr. Clutch, who came at the last minute when we needed an extra guy, an extra guest. He showed up and saved the day. Evanit0.
Play of the game, Evanit0. What's up, guys?
A great playmaker, for sure. So, everybody, this is going to be a really interesting bracket, I think. What I propose what we do is we look at not just the quality of the song, but also the art in the opening. So we're not judging just songs, we're judging both the art of the opening, visually, and the music. And I think we have 16 here that are amazing, but when we were making this bracket, we realized how many amazing openings there are, and no way we can cover them only in 16. So before you say, where is this? Where is that? Remember that we are definitely going to do a round 2 of this. We're going to do a round 2 where we do 16 more, and then we're thinking about what we'll do is we'll take the top 8 from this round, the top 8 from the next one, and do sort of like a champions final of the top 16 greatest anime openings. And if you want to suggest which openings we should include this time around, next time around, after you learn the openings we have here, follow at Anime Uproar on Twitter. Check out the post where I posted this bracket and reply to that post with your suggestions. And also, please also follow everyone I tagged in that post because that is everyone here today, all our wonderful guests. Anything else I need to cover before we get into it?
Well, the basic format of the bracket, I know it's most people's not first rodeo here, but since there's 5 of us, we all place a vote, and the winner with 3 votes advances to the next round. We have 16 choices. Are you guys good to jump into it?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's just jump into
it. So in the first round, we have Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood OP1 versus One Punch Man.
Oh, this is just terrible. And by the way, I would love to be able to play them either visually or, the music or both. But seeing as how we stream on Twitch, then we put it on YouTube, we also put it on other Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. There's no way because of copyright to play them. So, what you can do is imagine them in your heart or
where they'll always be.
Yeah. Or you can just press pause on the podcast, go to YouTube, Google, search them, listen to them, come back, and then get frustrated because we picked the one you didn't like. Anyone want to say anything about this?
But I'm going to toss one in. I'm going to toss my vote in. So I think potentially One Punch Man has better art within its opening or like better animation. But overall, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the nostalgia involved, that's been one of my favorite openings. Like since I first started watching anime, that has always been my go-to when I'm down to listen to an OP. It's always been in my anime openings playlist. So it has to take my vote.
Okay. I feel you. But One Punch Man though.
It's pretty hype. It is a pretty hype opening.
When it's time for me to exercise, once every 6 months, the first song on the top of that list is One Punch Man. It is beyond hype. It's the animation is godly. I think what Full Metal Alchemist has going for it is definitely after rewatching a couple all the openings, I like the metaphors at play. I don't want to say too much if anybody hasn't seen it, although I'm assuming everybody's seen it. But like the stuff with Ed and Al, like the stuff with Ed and Al's dad, like the doing like mirroring each other in the OP. I think it's really clever and smart.
Yeah.
But I'm going hype on this one. As much as I love it, I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm just an idiot and I just want to see a bald dude punch an alien into smithereens, and One Punch Man's OP does that for
So
me.
you're saying One Punch Man's OP, the OP man is pretty OP.
The OP man, he pretty OP.
Yeah.
We just went triple OP, guys. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know.
OP man's OP, pretty OP.
One punch, overpowered opening. Like it's just the pop filter with the P's is gonna go crazy.
That's true. Well, listen, JoJo, I feel you, right? I feel what you're saying. But I'm gonna have to disagree with you and agree with Briggs. I agree with One Punch is very hype, and I agree that there's lots of nice metaphors. But then I disagree with Briggs that the animation. I think that it's just all in all one of the most solid OPs ever. Freaking love it. The scenes with like the grass and the small pieces and blades like flowing in the background and the spinning perspective shots and stuff. I mean, it's like what? It came out in 2009, starting 2009, I think, or 10, something like that. And then One Punch was like 14, 15, something like that. So it's like multiple years older than One Punch, but I think in terms of production value, in terms of like the creativity and shot transitions, and then the swell into that big fight against Lust and Gluttony on the pipe, and it busts and everything. Every single second of that opening, I just adore. I have to give it to that.
Listen, I completely agree with everything you said, Hiding, and that is a rare thing. Like, I think that both are very artistically amazing. One Punch opening has that, comic book style that's just like so epic. And the first, I think it's called Again by Yui, the first opening for Full Metal Alchemist. It's so good as well. The animation is very like meaningful. It's not just random scenes from the anime. Like it's very meaningful, very deliberate. I love both, but like, that's my favorite Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood opening on my playlist, 100%. But then also One Punch Man, I literally in my life used it to hype myself up in like difficult moments. And for example, when I was doing my PhD defense, so when like I had to do my PhD defense, so I had to like go in there, verbally defend my work in front of like 6 professors. Some were from my department, some were from other departments. They never met me. And they were questioning me and grilling me to make sure that I defended. So what did I do? I listened to the One Punch Man opening a few times on my. I'm serious. On my phone, I listened to the One Punch Man opening. Had the headbuds in, went in there and fucking crushed it, bro. Like One Punch Man opening has real power, so I have to go with One Punch.
Really? Wow.
Because nobody knows who he is. One Punch.
I gotta say, man, especially like in regards to, and listen, it's great. FMA is great. Its openings are great. I went back and I watched the first opening, and there's a scene with Al in like a flower, like surrounded by flowers, and those flowers move as though they're animated, like doop 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 doop. It does not look good.
Well, that's why I said I do think like obviously One Punch Man's budget was way higher, and I think they aesthetically did a better job. But I think what Hadi's trying to say is the animation was actually more meaningful in every frame of Full Metal Alchemist. So even if I think it was a little bit better, I think FMA was better, like more overall, like as a like song wise, animation wise, artistic, like idea or thematically thinking. Like I think for me that's the reason why I voted for FMA was the overall picture. Compared to One Punch Man, but what were you gonna vote for?
Are we at 2-2 now?
It's a 2-2 right now. So
Oh my
God!
God.
Again, the tiebreaker.
That's right. It's bounced back and forth.
On
Evan,
the
I will
one
buy you a
hand-
pizza.
Oh, so I'm definitely going. No, no, but on the one hand, I definitely did enjoy both these openings. I actually have them on a playlist that I listen to quite often. But quickly looking at that playlist, I've listened to the FMA opening 542 times.
Gosh.
And the One Punch opening 197. So
Ooh.
Oof. But remember, you're not only going based on the music, you're also going based on
I
the
know.
visuals.
And honestly, that's part of the reason I listened to the like Full Metal Alchemist one so much, because like everything about it I just thought was fantastic, from the music to the visuals, like everything Hiding said, where it was just like, you know, it was very deliberate.
I think he got out.
Yeah,
I was like, was that me? I was very
he
confused for a second.
Did he
what?
just drop
Did I-
out before voting?
Did I just drop? No, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here.
he's here.
Okay. Cool.
Anyway, point is, I don't know why I'm cutting in and out, but I'm definitely going for the FMA opening.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I can't even be mad, but they're both so good.
The fact that
I
FMA
can,
almost lost in
too.
the first round, this is gonna be a crazy bracket. I have
No,
no
this is
idea
gonna
what's
be-
to come.
Like I wish that I would drop out of here, like connection wise. It's just like it's not my fault, guys. But yeah,
What the
we had a few questions about where is Nux today. He's actually traveling. He's not at home. He's out of town, so he cannot stream. He's literally traveling, but he sends his regards.
Just like the Lannisters.
Nux sends his regards.
Sorry guys, I'm just pulling up the bracket again, trying to get this all
Yeah,
set
so
up.
very first one, absolute bloodbath, 3-2. Oh man.
All right.
Okay.
So moving on, so FMA advances to the second round, and in the next matchup of round 1, we have Pokemon, the original, versus Cowboy Bebop.
Briggs,
Oh
what
my
have you done?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
have you done?
I feel like they're both so nostalgic, but in different ways.
Yeah,
So that's why I
man.
put them together.
Cowboy Bebop tank, bro.
I wanna
That's
be
crazy.
the
Versus,
very
I
best.
want to be the very best. Like no one ever. What? Like that's.
Dude, and like the Cowboy Bebop OP is just like so different, like compared to like other anime OPs, that like it really stands out, and I love it so much. Why the fuck did I do this matchup?
I don't know.
This is really hard.
To be fair, I gave a lot of the choices to Briggs, but I didn't match them up. But either way, it would bloodbath because all of them are so good. So
Yeah.
like Briggs, there's nothing you could do, man.
This is impossible.
Yeah.
For this one, I'm gonna go with Bebop because back in the day, I made a video about my top 10 openings, and Bebop was my number 1 because like the art and the awesome jazz music, the way it goes together is just next level. But again, Pokemon song is amazing, so nostalgic. But I just gotta go because I feel like just like kind of animation level, Bebop it edges it, but both songs are amazing.
I think you might be right, like objectively trying to say which one's like the better song, but I don't fucking care. Like Pokemon is little like that was my childhood. You know how many times I've like sang that song?
Listen, that was my childhood is not an argument. That's,
Yeah, I'm
when
not.
the Digimon thing happened.
This is
Please.
the most subjective bracket of all time. I don't really need to be objective, like at all.
But Briggs, remember your frustration when Digimon won Isekai because
Because it is the best Isekai.
nostalgic.
Yeah, but
It is, in
I'm
fact,
honestly
the
like I'd be
greatest.
happy with a lot of these winning. Like, dude, like singing Pokemon was my
Same.
childhood. You know how many times like yo, I used to be like a little kid like fucking dancing to that shit. Like,
Okay, we've all danced. Okay, we all danced.
We've all danced.
I don't know
We
if
all
Cowboy
danced,
Bebop has
bro.
made me dance, bro.
No, I mean I love both, so I'm not gonna try to influence your decision. I'm just saying don't let it all be just nostalgia.
It's hard. This is hard to fight that nostalgia, and it was a banger still at the end of the day. So I don't care. I'm going for Pokemon 1-1.
Okay, just
My
don't
God.
bang your mic.
I think it's kind of obvious which one I'm gonna go for. Like as much
Digimon is not on the list.
Digimon is sadly not on the list. Although to be fair, Pokemon did have a better OP than Digimon.
Digimon
Although-
Garlic Champions.
I used to say, Digimon Garden Champions all the time growing up.
I always say
My
garlic
parents are
as
like,
a
it's
joke.
are the champions. You
I
idiot."
know.
I was like, what? Like my parents had to explain the Digimon lyrics to me. Anyway, I gotta go Pokemon. Pokemon, okay, and keep in mind, I think everybody loves Tank. Everybody loves Bebop. I don't think that's being disputed. Both OPs are amazing. Tank is a super creative, like the minimalistic look. It's really rad. However, Pokemon is so iconic. Like if I say like I want to be, somebody's immediately gonna reply with the very best. Like just without question. It is so iconic that it transcends the anime fandom into just like general populace. Like general people know the opening to Pokemon.
Yeah, I
the
know.
visuals,
Again,
the song.
I don't think that's an argument.
That is an argument because it's such a cultural touchstone.
Yeah, but because Pokemon was so popular, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the opening is better.
Dude, I know people who hated Pokemon. Like there was like a bitter rivalry in my school between Pokemon fans versus Digimon fans. And I feel like I know where Animax stood on that.
Did anyone die in this rivalry?
One kid, nobody died, but people were very annoyed, which I feel like is worse. But yeah, I remember like everybody I knew, even my parents, like everybody, like people who didn't enjoy Pokemon knew the Pokemon theme because it was so catchy. And in my opinion, the visuals, like when I think childhood anime, the first image I see is Mewtwo flying through space, like that first shot, like like
you know how
impactful
it is. Like I already knew what you were gonna say before you said it. Like
right. It so perfectly encapsulates that era.
Listen, I hear you, but my counter argument is this.
Okay. It's fair. That's a fair counter argument.
That was a pretty good comeback, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
We're getting copyright strike just for you singing that.
Probably true after it gets thrown on YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna do my rebuttal to JoJo, and I'm gonna start my rebuttal with I completely agree with everything you were saying, but so you're saying like how like the people general populace is cornerstone, like everybody recognizes it, right? Because everybody was like 6 years old and they were like I want a Pikachu, and then that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
And so they've grown up and now they're like I don't know, anywhere between current kids and like 40-year-olds and anywhere in between there, and they recognize that, especially because Nintendo hasn't stopped pumping the nostalgia into all their games for the last 15 years. And so I agree with that, right? But I think a very similar thing happens with the opening to Bebop, where it goes, everybody, 3, 2, 1. Everybody would go, let's jam.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that too. So here's the difference. Where we have the general populace, people who know nothing about Pokemon, who aren't really that big of a fan or that big of a thing, yet children kind of push this into a cultural phenomenon. In this case, this is something that's been made iconic purely by the people who are really dedicated fans and who really care. I feel like if you take somebody like the average person who knows, I want to be the very best, they'd be like, I don't know, wasn't there like a guy with spiky hair and closed eyes? They wouldn't even know Brock's name, But if you talk about anybody who would recognize this, which is a lot of people, they'd be like, oh, I love the first episode where the lady, they think she's pregnant, but she's not. She's actually holding the drug, and they blow up, and it's like this crazy emotional moment. I feel like it's the same effect. It's on a smaller scale, but it's more dedicated. Mm-hmm. I also think just, on an objective basis, just musicality-wise, the orchestration and everything is just incredible and unmatched. But that could, I'm not necessarily saying that is an objective argument for it, since most OPs aren't going for an orchestrated, epic, wordless opening. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, my vote's for Bebop. As much as I love the first Pokemon OP, which actually I think I like the Johto and Orange Islands OPs for Pokemon more.
Yes, dude.
Okay.
Yes, man.
You're ahead, bro. But
so much better.
The crazy thing is now, so we're again at 2-on-2, and again Evanit0 has to make the
tiebreaker. Yes,
I made sure to speak up just in case.
Also, in the chat, sarcastic everything asked, Animag, do you even jazz, bro? And I think it's obvious that I do jazz.
Do you like jazz?
So as the tiebreaker, I don't like any of these anime, but
what? That's true. You don't like Bebop.
I don't like Bebop and I don't like Pokemon, but I did love both their openings. So that being said, when I think of the Pokemon opening, I think of Jason Page, who I met at a convention like a couple of years ago, and all he tried to do was get me to buy his CD with all the songs he's ever made, and that's a very terrifying thought. And I didn't have, what was it, like $35 he was charging to buy his like CD with like all his music, and I was like, oh, I just like the Pokemon song. I don't really care about the rest of your music. And when I think of the Cowboy Bebop opening, you know, I think, oh, this is a really cool song, but I hate the show. So honestly, if I really had to go for one or the other in terms of just visuals alone, I would definitely have to go for the Bebop opening.
Oh, your argument is completely wrong, but you came to the right decision. So
I lost 2 rounds back to back.
thank you, Evanit0.
I'm on the right side of history. Two on 0.
Hiding. What is your secret?
I'd rather be on the wrong side of history for this one. You guys disgust me. I'm kidding.
Oh, I wouldn't even get into how anyone cannot like the masterpiece that is Cowboy Bebop. Don't even answer, Evanit0. Don't even do it.
I'm just
Maybe
saying,
you'll
Jason
like the
Page
new
is
Netflix
terrifying.
live action series with John Cho.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't think of John Cho as a Spike, but maybe he's a really good actor. So we'll see.
I love John Cho. Never
No,
saw
I
him as
know,
Spike.
like I love him as Harold from Harold and Kumar. Do I love him
Probably.
like
Yeah.
Spike? I don't know. All right. Next round, and again, this was rough.
So, Fullmetal Alchemist and Cowboy Bebop advance to the second round, and in the third matchup of round 1, we have Overlord OP1 versus Black Lagoon OP1.
Oh,
Honestly, this is kind of an easy choice for me. Like, I love Black Lagoon. It's one of my favorite anime. I love it so much. I think it's amazing. But the Overlord OP, in every aspect, is like, it fucks.
I think
just take my vote.
Like, dude, like, have you seen the Black Lagoon opening?
So I actually rewatched it right before the stream because I was deciding which one I had to take out because I had 17 choices instead of 16, and Black Lagoon almost got kicked. And then I watched. I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. I'll keep it in.
No, to me, man, I like the Overlord opening. I like all the Overlord openings, but I absolutely love Black Lagoon. It's a classic. The visuals are freaking epic. The music is the best English you will ever in your fucking life hear. Look up the lyrics. It's called Red Fraction or something like that by Mel. My God, it is the best. Like, it transcends bad English into something that is better than if it were.
That's amazing.
Like, it features such lines as "No time for sissy pig."
What?
I don't remember that.
I didn't know why. I watched it.
Yeah, no, you make me violate you no matter who you are. Like, it is one of the greatest. Like, look up the lyrics, bro.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Overlord for some reason. I was like, wait, I don't remember that at all. Like,
You know what's funny?
and then
Me and Animac haven't agreed on a single matchup yet.
Well, you still have a chance to be right later. But
Wow.
Black Lagoon is my vote. Briggs is for Overlord.
Evanit0, don't be last this time. Go.
Okay,
you're
I'm
going
not.
next.
See, okay, I have to agree with Animac here because I just thought about it and I do remember the horrible English from the Black Lagoon opening, and I genuinely did like that.
Me
So-
too, man. It's so
It is. It actually makes it better somehow.
yes, it does. It's like it becomes a different art form.
It
Like,
really
it's
does.
a language that doesn't exist, and yet it's so good. It's crazy. I love it. It's the
Yeah,
best
no.
example I've ever seen.
I'm going for the Black Lagoon opening.
Yes, 2-1. Come on, guys.
I just want to point out that someone said I agree with Briggs because he's Briggs, which is the correct answer. So go ahead and put your answers hiding in, JoJo.
Heidi, you want to go?
I guess. Okay, so I don't have as much personal connection to either of these. I gotta say, okay, in general, I like the Overlord music a lot better, but I like the aesthetic and animation and everything for Black Lagoon a lot more. I'm not sure which one comes out on top. I guess just in general, if it was like, okay, you gotta watch either of these ones right now, I would probably watch Black Lagoon just because it's more up my alley. The aesthetic and just everything about that is a lot cooler. It makes me a lot more intrigued and interested in like what the show is for. But But
Right on.
I mean, the Overlord OP is basically just like a good anime OP. I mean, it's good. It's just I like how it sounds.
Mhm.
But I think I'm probably gonna pitch in my vote to Black Lagoon.
Yes.
I would.
Yes. I love that you're an elitist. Yes.
Did I spell opening? I spelled opening
I-
wrong in the thumbnail.
They do.
What the fuck? How did I do that?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's too late now, bro.
OPNENING. Well done, Briggs.
Yeah.
Opening.
It's too
Okay.
late now. Black Lagoon moved on.
I was gonna go Overlord, but that's
Okay,
fair.
so again, a 3-2. So three 3-2s in a row. This is just a
Jesus.
mess.
Close
This is an
matchup.
absolute mess. Oh my god.
And I just want to say, notice how I use the protagonist for every series except for Black Lagoon because Revi is the best girl.
Fair.
Like, she is the protagonist. Like, let's not lie to ourselves. Like,
Yeah.
Rock, really?
I'm
Rock?
like she's more noticeable and distinguishable like on a bracket than he would.
Rock
be.
just looks like a dude.
Yeah, he's just a guy.
Just a guy.
He just
He looks like
bro.
JoJo talks too much.
I love that guy. What?
Normal guy.
I do too.
He's a good dude.
So
Dragon
Fullmetal
Ball is on
Alchemist,
life.
Cowboy Bebop, Black Lagoon advance to the next round, and in the next matchup we have Black Clover OP3, I believe. Yes, OP3 of Black Clover versus Haikyuu OP4. So yeah, Black Clover OP3 versus Haikyuu OP4. I have way too many tabs open at the moment.
Black Clover OP3 is called Black Rover.
Is it?
Yes.
That is awesome.
Black Rover. And what is the name of the Haikyuu opening? Fly High?
Fly
Fly
High.
Yeah.
Honestly,
So-
like I was actually I haven't watched the Black Clover anime, so that was one OP I think that's the first time I've ever seen it was today, and I was very surprised with how good it was. But like, I didn't stop voting first, by the way. I'm gonna stop doing that going forward. But I'm voting for Fly High OP4 just because it's actually like one of my favorite openings of all time. Mainly musically, to be fair, but like I can listen to that every day and never get bored for the rest of my life.
Okay, so here's my input. And by the way, if people in the chat are saying JoJo is definitely a rock, we see it. Everyone sees it
I've never seen this before,
until now.
but I kind of like the more I look at it.
Rock is a cool dude. Like
I like Rock.
He's just surrounded by eccentric maniacs, but he's a cool dude.
The most popular video I ever made was a video saying how I think Rock's kind of cool.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So okay, I'll vote now. I would say that the Haikyuu opening has better visuals because to me, the Black Clover opening number 3 visually has too much of just showing scenes from the anime. So it's not as much time is taken to make the visuals as good. But the song is so good, man. Black Rover, like I just put it on loop on YouTube. And hours later, I'm like, I'm still listening to this. It's
Dude,
so good.
How do we never agree ever? Like ever?
I don't know.
Like even with your reasoning, I disagree with all the time. Like it's just hilarious.
Visually, I would definitely say Haikyuu takes this one. But overall, to me, because of the song, Black Clover takes it for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I go for Black Clover on this one. But it's hard.
If we could consider something amazing for a brief moment, I was just watching now while you guys have been talking, I've been silently listening because I'm not caught up on Black Clover. I'm not caught up on Haikyuu either. So I was listening to both. I was watching. I was really taking it in while I was listening to both of your opinions. Now about in the middle of the Black Clover OP, there's this part where there's this skinny girl, hopefully of age, but has short hair and glasses and underboob.
She's
I'm
of age.
like, oh, that's great. Then I'd like to follow up that comment with, wow, that's a great character design. I like that character. I was like, that's pretty good. But I liked the animation and song way better for Haikyuu, so I'm gonna go for Haikyuu.
I didn't know where you were going with that statement,
Yeah,
but I'm
like,
happy
okay.
with the end result.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Sally. She's like 17 or 18. So
Hopefully,
Okay, so I don't. I haven't caught up on Black Clover, either the manga or the anime. I'm sorry. But like Briggs, I watched this opening for the first time, like just a couple minutes before the stream, and I think my favorite part of that opening is all of them like together at like the dining hall that they're like their dorm or whatever the hell it is. And it's just them like eating and like the hijinks that happens around them. And the amount of animation in that one scene of like Asta eating and then somebody throws something to him, he catches it, and like characters are in the background bopping around, like doing all this crazy stuff. A wall explodes in the background. I was like shocked at how much was happening on screen all at once for like a 3-second clip. Like you could tell that there was a lot of effort put into it, and the song is dope. However, Fly High is the coolest goddamn thing I've ever seen.
I knew that was coming. 'Cause I know you're like a Haikyuu, like, or not even Haikyuu. You're a fanboy of that opening. So like,
yeah,
the entire time I'm just like, I can't wait for you just to switch it up real quick.
And then exactly, like,
but
Fly High, I'm a gigantic Haikyuu fan, so keep that in mind. But the animation in Fly High, the song Fly High itself is just next level. Somebody in chat said like Fly High is a weeb anthem and should be passed, like that opening should just get to have a pass, and I kind of agree. It's amazing. Fly High gets my vote.
Fair enough. And Evanit0, what would you have gone with?
Well, considering I am not caught up with Black Clover or Haikyuu, I did just recently watch both these openings, and I feel like the Haikyuu opening, there's some like depth to it that I'm missing because I just haven't watched the show, and so for me it just seems very bland. Whereas the Black Clover opening, I genuinely love the song.
Yeah, man, it's so good. Like
it's such a good song, and you know, I mean, maybe it just uses visuals like you said from the show. I wouldn't know that, but like down to its core, it's a good song, and so I'm just gonna have to go with that because I don't know anything about Haikyuu, and that opening just seems bland.
So Haikyuu moves on, but another 3-2. Another 3.
This is good. This is good.
4 in a row, bro.
every single one has been insanely close, and every single one me and Animac have insanely disagreed.
And every single one that's won, I've been on the side of.
Clearly, you're a man of supreme culture and taste.
Apparently, yes.
I can't wait for you to lose every single one
of
this next
after this, nobody will agree with me.
So in the next round, or the next matchup, we have Bleach OP1 versus Noragami OP2.
OP1? I would have gone for 7, but you know what?
No, I love the first Bleach opening. Like, it is one of the few songs that is so good in the opening, but if you look at the full version of the song, it's not as good.
It almost
usually the full version of the song is better, but for this one, like the way it is in the opening is better. And the visuals too are so nice, so cool and gritty, like with the the graffiti and stuff. It's like, oh man, it's such a good opening. And the Noragami one is so artistic as well, though. Like the colors, bro. The colors.
Honestly, I feel like I love Bleach OP1. It's one of my favorite OPs, but I feel like the song almost doesn't match the anime. Am I the only one who gets that vibe? Like it's
I feel
so different than the music you hear in the background or the music they play during fights. Like it's a completely different tone than most of the other OPs as well.
Yeah, I feel the same way about this OP that I do about like the 90s Berserk adaptation, where like the song doesn't really fit, but it also kind of totally fits.
It's like it doesn't fit, but it still works.
Yeah, exactly.
I honestly really wanted to include the 1997 Berserk OP.
I was like, it's not here. What the hell? I haven't, and chat, you can be prepared to shoot me. I haven't seen Noragami.
Did you listen to the Aragoto one though?
Yes, I watched the right one. Dude, I was like, I made sure to see the right one. That's
so good. We are hero. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
It was really dope. And the deciding factor was that both used spray paint at one point. I was like, oh no. So that's my dividing line. Which one used spray paint cooler? And I gotta give it to Bleach. Bleach used spray paint cooler.
I'm also gonna use this opportunity to go for Bleach because I just love that opening.
It's a great song, cool visuals.
In the slightest, but Honestly, I don't really have like something to say as to why I'm voting for Noragami. I just like it more. Like I
Okay.
genuinely enjoyed the song more. I could listen to that all the time.
No, the Noragami OP is amazing. You know, I before I saw Noragami, before I heard the OP, before I knew anything about it, I found it on Spotify because I was listening to Gesu no I can't remember. They've got like a stupid long name. But I love them just as a band separate from anime. And then you go into the Spotify shuffle and of course they're like, "Huh, what's this? An English person's listening to Japanese music? Let's just throw every anime opening that's ever existed at them." Because they can't handle real Japanese music. And so I found the Noragami OP through there. I didn't even know it was connected to an anime, and I jammed to it on one of my times back to college for like an hour, and I was like, this is freaking banger. And actually, before I even knew I was going to be on this today, I found a video of this like 12-year-old girl who she plays the entire thing on electric guitar, like the whole solos and everything, one take. And she's like looking up like all smug, like, yeah, I know I'm better than you at this. And it's amazing. It's incredible. It's a super awesome video. Like, Hey Kids is just, it's such a banger of a song. And I think the Noragami aesthetic that kind of goes with it is also equally banger. So I'm going for Noragami.
So
can't fault
2-2
you.
again. And back to Evanit0 again.
Tiebreaker. No, genuinely though, like I said, I would have preferred, if this was like Bleach opening 7, I would have instantly gone with that one. But I did still like the first Bleach opening, and if it was up against anything else, I would have voted for it. But the Noragami opening is just so freaking good. Like, just the animation in that opening too is just fantastic. And some might argue that the Bleach one is better, but I don't know. I think the Noragami one holds up a little bit better because obviously it's newer, and I guess that's why I like it better.
Again, terrible reasoning, but
This is a terrible reason. What do you mean?
It's a subjective ass list.
Opening
just because it's newer,
not as good
it's
as
not a
7.
Music is honestly the most subjective thing ever. So like, I feel you. I feel you. It's like I honestly didn't know how to describe why I even liked Noragami better for this specific matchup.
If
Hey,
Bleach
kids,
chose the 7th opening, I would have voted for Bleach opening 7. But
Maybe next time on Dragon Ball Z, bro.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
so hard, right? Both are so hard. Both are great. All these openings are awesome. So, like, no hard feelings at all. I think this is a difficult choice for everyone. I'm just kind of pissed that Hiding keeps winning.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm still on my
I was
track
like, no
record.
hard feelings at all, except for Hiding. Fuck
So
you.
Hiding continues to win, and me and Animac continue to never agree.
Yeah, we'll see how this pans out. But definitely, like I said, if you have some that you want to see on the next one, go to Twitter at Anime Uproar, check out the post with the bracket, and reply what you want to see next. Also follow everyone that I tagged, everyone here, and we'll be in touch about setting this up again because there's so many more that I can think about to put in the next one. Like, so many. Anyway, let's go to the next matchup. Noragami goes to the next round.
So in the next matchup, we have Tokyo Ghoul Unravel versus Death Note OP1.
Tokyo Ghoul, Death Note, Attack on Titan. One.
Yo, this bottom right corner, like, is unreal.
I love that you put the two edgiest, like, right in the same first fight.
Yeah.
No, but this is I really hate Tokyo Ghoul. I got like 6 episodes into it, hated it, don't like the anime at all.
But how good that OP
But this
though.
is one of the greatest openings ever. Like, both the song is just insane, and the animation is like, what? Like, it's so brilliant.
Beautiful.
And
It's
Death
actually
Note-
beautiful.
Dude, Death Note, like, I love the song. I love the opening. It's a classic. Like, one of the ones, again, both of these are on my playlists constantly. Oh, man, this is so hard.
This one is really hard.
Like, so for example, if I'm being subjective about liking the anime, I like Death Note so much more.
Yeah.
But if I'm just looking at the opening, like,
Yeah, I think we just have to look at the opening here. Like, obviously, I think everyone here likes Death Note way more than Tokyo Ghoul. At least I do, like, 100%. But at the end of the day, like,
Actually,
well,
The
clearly,
manga's way
if you
better.
actually look at the undertones and the themes in Tokyo Ghoul,
You joke, but the Tokyo Ghoul manga is really dope.
I haven't read it,
That's-
man. I've only watched
Oh,
the
that's
first 2
so good.
seasons.
It's so good. It drags and but like it's really good.
if zombies were teenage edgelords.
I swear it's so much more than that. No, but you know what, man? Okay. You're right. This is harder than I thought it was going to be.
This
Not
is
that hard
actually
for me. Not that hard
this
for
is
me.
the most difficult for me.
Tokyo Ghoul, Swish.
Dude, I did Death Note for karaoke, bro. Like, I
Isn't that your
memorized.
ringtone?
I memorized. It was for a while. Now it's Gurren Lagann.
Nice.
But I memorized that whole opening at one point in Japanese, so I could do it for like karaoke. Oh,
That's awesome. That's
this,
actually genuinely
this
awesome.
is weird. This is hard.
So I'm kind of skimming through both of them.
Yeah.
The Death Note OP has so many like iconic moments that I feel like I've had so many conversations like, oh yeah, you remember this and that and this and that? Like that first shot where they're both on top of the building and it perspective shots the whole thing around, which is
Yes.
super impressive. And then the shot where he's talking about, I mean, you were saying earlier about how the lyrics and deeper meanings and stuff like that. But like totally, like you get that, like with some of the lyrics and like what they're saying. I can't remember exactly what they're saying, but it's something about, thinking of yourself to, save the world and everything. The whole theme is that he's like the savior. That's how he views himself. And he's walking on this.
Within the spreading darkness, I pledged a vow to the revolution.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome. And then he's the iconic moment where he's like walking on like a wooden plank, like on top of like skyscrapers. And then the dramatic biting the apple. Like all three of those are super great. The song for Tokyo Ghoul is like a banger. I think it takes a long time to start going though. I think like the first like 20 seconds, 30, I can't remember exactly how much, but I feel it's like him and sitting in a chair for like half of a normal OP's runtime. And then it finally kicks in.
That's what makes the bang
awesome.
like hit so much harder is because it's slow.
Yeah.
And like similar to the anime, like it starts off slow and then when he like goes like same thing with the chair when he goes through that torture and like it just like the entire thing swaps like the song and like the anime. But then you can make the same argument for Death Note where like it really depicts the show, the anime, the actual like visuals.
Yeah.
Where, like at one point it's in black and white, but you get the apple coming down in all color, and you get like you could tell that it's a battle versus like L versus light, and you get this like theme of like light being like the god in the opening. Like it's unbelievable.
The use of red and blue.
Yeah, it's really well done.
Yeah. I think the directing, the theming, everything like that is much better in the Death Note one. I think the color palette and everything is a lot more appealing to look at in the Tokyo Ghoul one. I don't know. If it was the second Death Note OP, maybe Tokyo Ghoul would edge out for me, but I'm gonna have to go with Death Note.
That's fair. I mean, there's I think that as much as I love Death Note, and there's like some shots in there that you're right, like are totally godly, like him like walking on the beam and like him like being on the Sistine Chapel because he thinks he's God. Like it's cool, and I think it's more than cool. It's really impressive. To me, I like more of the symbolism going on just for Tokyo Ghoul. Like at the tail, like this whole, like you said, like it takes a long time for that song to really kick into gear, just like the show, because Kaneki is resisting like joining this world that he's unfamiliar with. It's why everything's so calm in the beginning, because his life is very mundane and boring in the beginning. So it's just this calm before the storm. And like the last shot is Kaneki as a human falling down as the ghoul Kaneki is like rising up to look at him, and then they collide, and the only thing left is the white-haired Kaneki, where it's a mix of like him being human and him being a ghoul. I really like accepting that like he's this person who can walk between both. Like I don't know, I just like the symbolism a little bit more in Unravel, and I liked Unravel as a song a little bit more.
And that's fair. Like I wouldn't understand the symbolism as well with Tokyo Ghoul because I haven't seen everything.
That's fair, yeah. And I feel like, I feel like maybe that might also be like a detriment to it, because it's like with like Death Note, you do kind of get it. Whereas with Tokyo Ghoul, I feel it edges it out if you've seen like, or at least read Tokyo Ghoul and are like kind of aware of it.
Man, if only if only the anime was as good as the opening.
I know.
Like this is a situation where I'm gonna let Evanit0 go before me, but
So he's not a tiebreaker?
but like this is a situation where I really love both the songs and the visuals a lot.
I think for me, I definitely I mean, I don't like Tokyo Ghoul at all, but I do like that opening a ton. Like that opening is definitely absolutely fantastic, and honestly, JoJo kind of sold me on the symbolism of that opening, and I'm kind of appreciating it a little bit more. But like the Death Note opening for me is also just on a completely other level, because like there's just so much in that opening, and honestly, like the fact that I enjoy that show a little bit more makes me feel like I enjoy that song, even though I don't understand it a lot more as well.
Yeah.
That being said, though, I'm still gonna vote for the Tokyo Ghoul opening because JoJo, just like you said, that symbolism and the fact that it starts off slow and then it ramps up. It makes me think back on the show and like, oh, okay, this opening is actually pretty incredible. And like you guys said, it's a shame that the show isn't.
It doesn't live up to that.
Animac, I want you to agree with me for the first time ever. What would you rather listen to? If you like just forget about everything, what would you rather listen to? Like you had a
I
choice,
love
one
both.
song.
I probably would have gone with Unravel this time, but I do love both. And Unravel is just so good, and like the song is so good, but also the visuals, when you look at it artistically, are so good. So I probably would have gone with it. But again, both of these are like my top 10 ever.
Yeah, this is a really tough matchup. I didn't like this bottom right corner is going to get harder and harder as we go.
So Tokyo Ghoul moves on, right?
Yes.
Yay.
Sounds like it. So on the right side, we had Noragami and Tokyo Ghoul advance to the second round. And the next matchup, still in round 1, we have Attack on Titan opening 1 versus Great Teacher Onizuka opening 1.
Oh, driver's high.
Dude, I did this one just for you, Animac. This is my present to you, buddy.
They're so different.
Yeah.
Because the Attack on Titan one is just such epicness. There's like orchestral epicness opening. Visuals amazing, action, craziness. With Onizuka, it's just so cool. It's just so smooth. It's just so chill. It's like and he's like smoking and like there's a toilet and shit. Like, oh my god.
That's why it should win. There's a toilet.
Toilet flushing. Onizuka.
Yeah, great choice. Because honestly, Great Teacher Onizuka is probably one of my favorite openings. Yeah, it starts off with the toilet flushing, but it actually makes the sound of a car like revving its engine or a motorcycle revving its engine.
Oh, it's so.
And it starts off in black and white, and like it just, it
I
actually.
gotta go with Onizuka. As much as I love Attack on Titan,
I actually like. I completely agree with you, Animac. Like Attack on Titan opening is amazing. It's just so hype, but like overall, as like an overall product, I think I have to vote for Great Teacher Onizuka as well.
Yeah.
I can't believe we agree, Animac.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
It finally happened. Yeah, I'm going Attack on Titan. Sorry. Like I was like, I'm just gonna let this Onizuka hype happen. I don't know. Like I know that's a shitty reason, but like
You're just drawn into the hype, eh?
Yeah, like to me, it's like every time I see that opening, I'm like, oh yeah, this show took over the planet for a little while, like, and this song like properly reflects that. Like, it does feel like this is humanity rising up, and like everybody, like the Titans towering over everybody, only for all like the scouting legion to jump out of the jump up into the sky, and for some reason Jean does a friggin' flip in slow motion. I don't know. It's cool. I don't know. That's my argument.
No, yeah, like all the AOT openings are good. You can't like they're so good.
And this one isn't even my favorite one, but I do like this one a lot. Yeah, I'd go Attack on Titan.
So it's 2-1.
I am prepared to lose.
Evanit0 and Hiding.
Yeah, Evan, you go before me. Evan?
Evan refuses.
He's low-key listening to them in the background.
No. I'm here. My bad. My mic was muted. I didn't even know. But personally, I will say that the Onizuka opening will have to take it for me, for the fact that like there's this nostalgia there, but there's also the fact that visually, I think it's so much better. And like I think as hype as the Attack on Titan opening is, and don't get me wrong, that song is very, very hype, it's not as good as the Onizuka opening song. Like, I just think it's a better song, and maybe it's because I can actually sing to it as opposed to like the Attack on Titan one. Yeah, I can't.
Worse than the Jaeger.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh, okay. You know what? I can't say those words.
Well, apparently, Evanit0 speaks Japanese better than he speaks German.
Yeah, I'm a weeb. Okay,
That's fair.
Hell yeah. Well, is that your full thing?
Yeah, so that's 3 for Onizuka, but hiding, who would you have gone with? Which one?
Just the black and white. Oh,
Huh?
I think I cut out. But
You
I
cut out,
just
yeah.
I love anything that's black and white. So Onizuka's opening takes it for me visually and
Yeah.
song wise.
So like, I got into anime, right? I'm gonna try not to make this a super sappy story, but I got into anime when I was like 9 or 10, and I got introduced to like Haruhi Suzumiya and Lucky Star and the original FMA by like my older cousin, and she had like back problems and stuff. But I'd like go up to her house, and it's like hours away. It's a big deal, and I would always like sleep in her room or whatever. And she just had weeb shit everywhere. And she introduced me to that whole thing, and like she showed me her like, because this is before the internet was super crazy. She showed me her like 200-page Kingdom Hearts like playthrough book, like 100% completion, tips of speed running, crazy stuff. And when I think of that era of gaming and that era of anime and that era of like everything, anything that resembles that aesthetic and that look just like melts my heart. And Onizuka really, really gets that for me. So I was gonna choose Onizuka.
Okay,
that's
cool. So
I love
Onizuka moves on, and for once it's not a 3-2, so that's interesting.
And it's against Attack on Titan. That's crazy.
I'm shooketh to my core.
And everyone
well-
watching, if you haven't watched Great Teacher Onizuka, like just do it.
Jojo, I love you, man, but like I thought you were wrong about that one.
We're
it's
allowed
okay.
to disagree.
It's okay,
My
guys,
friend.
like,
Okay.
All of these are just insane. And what's the final one? We have one more, right?
Last matchup of round 1, we have Steins Gate OP1 versus Code Geass OP1. Yeah, dude, I kind of fucked up with this bracket a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. This last 5, like, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, honestly, last 6 or 7 of them have been insanely, like, tough. Like,
So we have Jibun Wo versus Hacking to the Gate.
You know, just two of the greatest anime openings of all time.
Yeah.
First round.
that's how we do it.
Again, top 10s. Both top 10s.
Oi,
I don't know. Like, I've listened to both of these so much on playlists, on everything. My God. Oh.
Chibuo Sekai.
Yeah, but Hacking to the Gate.
I'm hacking to the gate, though. I know.
So, Playmaker donated 100 bits to say Code Geass has that great shot of Cece's butt, so it wins. And then Ingrata donates another 100 bits to say Playmaker said it best. So,
Yo, but the visuals in the Steins Gate opening with the clocks.
yeah.
Well, and like the multiples of all the characters, like blinking in and out of existence. And,
Yeah, I'm
like,
like,
I wanna
oh my
watch it,
God.
like, right now.
I have to go. I love both songs. I have to go with Steins Gate because I think the visuals are like more artistically sophisticated. But again, both of these are like my top 10s.
I can't believe
I could
Animac just
just vote
went,
it against.
didn't go for Code Geass.
I'm actually shocked.
But I went for Tokyo Ghoul.
I know, but like, yes, though.
No one could ever say that he's not objective and is like biased towards his favorite picks. After this display.
I am, yeah. I applaud you. I am super biased, so I can't relate.
Do I have to vote for this one?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how I could. I rated both of these shows 10 out of 10.
But it's
Okay.
just the opening.
But they're both 10 out of 10 openings as well.
I
Wait.
know.
Who
I'm
did the
literally
Code
watching them
Geass
again.
opening? I'm pretty sure it's the same one as like either one of the EDs for Hunter x Hunter is the same band that did the first Code Geass opening. I think.
Flow?
I recognize the voice.
Yeah, I think that's Flow, right?
It is Flow. Yeah.
Okay.
I love Flow. They're great.
Yeah, they have other great stuff.
OP4 of Code Geass is Flow, and I
Yeah.
actually like it better. World's End is really dope.
Oh my God, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, it just fit that arc really well.
Other than me just liking it more, it's also my friend Genzai's birthday today. He's 20 years old, and he would want me to choose this. So both of those, I'm gonna have to choose Steins Gate.
Oh no!
So what is it? Is it 2-2?
I don't know. What are we at?
I haven't voted yet.
I'm just shocked that it's winning.
So wait, Jojo, did you vote?
I was waiting for everyone else. I was stalling.
So Hiding and Animac both voted for
Steins.
Steins Gate, and Evanit0, did you vote for Code Geass?
I haven't voted yet.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
it's all
Okay.
under the table.
You know what? I'll cast my vote right now. So like the Code Geass, again, both these songs are so good. They're
Yeah.
like bangers.
JoJo's covered his mouth.
I'm like so
But,
nervous.
and honestly, you know, like that one dude said, I really like the shot of C2's butt, but it's not it's not as visually like eye catching as the Steins Gate opening and the clocks. As weird as it is, honestly, I do like the shots of all of them just, you know, being there, fading in and out, because, you know, it just shows like there's multiple timelines. At least that's how I interpret it.
Mhm.
And, you know, I definitely prefer that about the Steins Gate opening, because there's nothing really special about the Code Geass opening visually. So
You're gonna get the chat mad at you.
He's gone. He's gone again. It was
Briggs,
too
I
much.
need to hear your answer.
Dude, I don't know. Like, so I agree with Animac that Steins Gate's more artistically appealing than Code Geass opening wise. And I love the Steins Gate opening. It's one of my favorite openings. But I think like audio wise, like actually like what would I rather listen to? Potentially the Code Geass opening. And it's like it's really pulling me. I don't know like what to weigh higher. Like I feel like they're so close audio wise, and then like Steins Gate kills it artistically. So I might have to vote for for Steins Gate. But this is probably like the toughest bracket matchup I've had.
I no, because the thing is, like, I totally agree, but I'm just like, oh my god, but Jabun Wo though.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
so hype. And it
All
just
of
comes in
anime
strong,
is
like
like-
right off the bat. Like,
This is brutal. Like all of anime dumb is just looking at us with like a disapproving, like,
And
don't do it.
And you know what's crazy? We debate these matchups way longer than the openings actually are.
yeah. I didn't
Which is
think we'd
great.
be this detailed when talking about openings. I thought it was gonna be like subjective. I like this one better. Like,
Yeah, I have to give it to Steins Gate. I
Steins
can't believe
Gate
I'm saying
yo,
that.
Steins Gate took all 5 votes. I think
Oh my gosh.
God.
Steins Gate fucked.
Even though everyone is like super conflicted, it ended up being 5-0.
Yeah, I think a lot of it came down to them being so close, like audio wise, like the actual song itself, that like Steins Gate's actual like artwork just put it over the edge and made the tough choice for all of us. But Code Geass could have won against so many other matchups within this bracket. For my like it would have taken my vote.
But
I
to be
got-
fair, all the openings in this bracket are insane.
Yeah,
So
well, that's why I genuinely didn't know what to do with the matchups. I feel like I usually have an idea what people will like or what people won't like in regards to making these brackets. I try to like make it fair, but with openings, I'm like everyone's subjective music wise. So how am I possibly supposed to do this? So it's literally this is probably the most randomized bracket.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's still fun, and yeah. So Steins Gate moves on. We are going to the second round now, but this has been rough. And I think when we do the second one, it's gonna be also rough. And then when we do the finalists, it's gonna be the roughest.
Yeah. All right, I'm pulling the thumbnail on screen right now for a second, just because we need to go through who advanced, because honestly I have a fish brain.
I have it written down.
Oh, awesome. Do you want to just announce it then?
Yeah. So we have the first Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood opening again by Yui versus Cowboy Bebop first opening. Tank.
Tough call.
Honestly, not that tough. I'm gonna vote for Full Metal Alchemist. I like it
You
better.
know what? I'm gonna jump on with Briggs too. FMA.
For me, it's Bebop, guys.
Yeah, I'm with Animac on this one, boys.
Oh, 2-2.
2-2.
Wow, why? Are
Let
you
me
leaving it up
guess.
to me?
Evanit0, you
Why?
just jump in quick and just say what you think, so you're not at last again, bro.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You really
I
type
feel
in there.
bad because I'm the deciding factor in most of these. Honestly, I have to go with the FMA opening.
Yes! Oh,
FMA is going all the way, boys.
what about our good? So I can't be mad, but like,
Tank is so great that like in my like visual effects demo reel, I use that song. But
Yeah.
at the same time, if I had to listen to either one of them, I'd go for the FMA opening. If I had to watch either one of them, I'd go for the FMA opening.
You know what
I
it is?
didn't think you were going to say that.
You know what's holding me back from the FMA opening is I just think Rewrite's opening, like the final opening for the original one, I just think it's better. So every time I hear like OP1 for Brotherhood, I'm like, should have been Rewrite. Rewrite's so much better. Anyway, yeah, that was it.
All right, so another close one, 3-2, but Fullmetal Brotherhood opening takes it, and it's, I mean, you can't be mad. You can't be mad, bro.
And like I know, like we kind of didn't like give as much reasoning because we already talked about them all in detail for like an hour, like over an hour, which is crazy. So like I feel like I kind of wanted to like make it like speed it up, and I didn't give as much of a reasoning. But Cowboy Bebop still deserves all my respect. I listen to it all the time. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's jam.
All right, so next up we have Red Fraction by Mel from Black Lagoon versus Fly High from Haikyuu.
Toby Fly.
And again, to me, I'm jumping in before Evanit0 can, so you can get screwed again. But
No.
for me, like I said, Black Lagoon is an absolute classic. I enjoy the Haikyuu opening. I think there's some really good artwork there, but it's just not an outstanding opening to me on the same level as Black Lagoon, which I remember after watching it like 8 years ago. So I have to go with Black Lagoon.
Nani?
I'm just gonna put my vote in so I don't get like the short enough to stick again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for Black Lagoon as well because I feel like there's context I'm missing to the Haikyuu opening since I just haven't seen the show, and Black Lagoon's opening is just good in general. So yeah.
So me and JoJo are gonna go hard with our vote all day.
Bro, no time for Sissy Pig.
Like Fly High
we're
take,
going to like marathon
as an
Haikyuu
overall
together.
product. Fly High takes it, man. Like I think maybe
1000%.
slightly Black Lagoon's visuals might be better, but overall, like what would I rather listen to? What would I rather watch? Like 99% of the time, it's Haikyuu, Fly
Someone
High.
please post the lyrics of the Black Lagoon opening in the chat, please.
Oh, dude. Like, dude, I respect Black Lagoon so much. I recognize that OP is awesome.
Rock, don't do it, Rock.
Broken English.
English though, but like, there's English in the Haikyuu opening. It's just pronounced correct.
But then, is it really? Then it's just English, man.
Yeah, I know,
English
but
at
it's
that
so
point.
like Fly High is it's so good. It makes weebs want to play volleyball. It's that good.
Okay,
Like,
dude.
okay.
I listen
Lyrics-
to that. I listen to that before I play volleyball. Like I play beach volleyball in the summer every week, dude. Every single game before the game, you know what I'm blasting.
It's that and OP5. Like it's Fly High and OP5.
Honestly, all the
That's-
Haikyuu
how-
openings
they're
are
all
great.
This is how Red Fraction starts. I have a big gun. I took it
You
from my
actually-
lord. Sick with justice. I just wanna feel you. I'm your angel. Only a ring away. You make me violate you, no matter who you are.
Absolute mad lad.
It
Like,
is
bro.
really good, man.
Like,
It's
that's
good,
poetry.
but it's
That's
not as good
fucking
as Fly High.
poetry, dude.
It's not as good as Fly High. I love it, but it's not as good.
Want
To
to hear
me.
something funny? Black Lagoon actually got one of my friends into anime.
Really?
Like what? Like when has Black Lagoon ever been a gateway anime? I just knew he would fucking love it. I'm like, yo, watch it, watch this show, and he watched it, and he got addicted to anime off Black Lagoon.
That's really dope, actually.
Man.
All right, so did we're waiting for hiding here? I'm pretty sure now.
Yeah, these are both ones that I voted for in their own respective rounds.
By the way, I have a few people in the chat ironically saying very cool, Animac, very cool. I'm not ashamed that I just sang that.
Hiding.
You should be
Hiding.
proud, man. You killed it.
Hiding. Megumin is a totally viable option, Hiding.
Ah,
I just want you to know that.
oh dang. Yeah, that
just
really
as
throws
an
a
aside.
cog in the machine, doesn't it? Huh?
Channel your
Totally
inner Nux and choose the right one.
Who would you want to violate you?
Well,
Right.
Evanit0, if he was gonna
Right.
channel his inner
Or
Nux, he
someone.
would obviously not vote for like what Animac voted for. But Animac,
Yeah.
continue. Sorry, I cut you off there.
No problem, no problem.
No, and uh, crap.
You're really thinking about this.
I mean,
Come on, bro.
I do definitely like the music a lot better in Fly High, like, to be honest. But the aesthetic is so great for Black Lagoon.
I honestly love the song for Black Lagoon. I love it.
I mean, the lyrics, that sounds pretty great now that I hear the lyrics. But you think, how should I just decide, or can I flip a coin?
No, you have to decide.
Okay, I'm gonna. Either way, I feel like I'm going against my sensibilities. I'm just gonna say, since I would probably listen to it more often, I'm gonna go with Fly High.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Oh
Why
my
do you
God, it's so
suck?
good.
Oh, it's so
Why do you
nervous.
Stop hiding in public.
Hiding.
That was really close. Like, I wasn't just trying to be tense. Like, I seriously couldn't.
The entire chat wanted Fly High as well. So
Oh, that's
the
good.
entire chat is wrong.
I agree.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Absolute legend.
Entire chat wanted Fly High. I chose Fly High. Everybody, follow Hiding in Public on Twitter.
Donate. There you go. Jeez.
all right,
Next,
Animac,
we have
what's in the next one?
Noragami versus Tokyo Ghoul Unravel. Tokyo Ghoul Unravel wins. Come on. Don't even fuck with me.
Wow, love the attitude.
Well, after this Black Lagoon thing, man, I'm fresh out of compassion.
If it helps, I'm also going Unravel.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, I'm going Unravel. No question.
Yeah, same.
All right, finally.
Unravel like slaps this round, but honestly, Noragami Arigato is one of my favorite OPs. Like, it's honestly top 5. So if it wasn't up against Unravel, it'd probably go pretty far for me.
I'm happy to have seen it and actually understand what Hey Kids is all about. It's pretty dope. Can't lie.
So I guess Hiding and Evanito's votes don't matter, but what would you guys vote for just for fun?
Oh, okay. How dare you?
Well, what
they've
I'm
already
saying
got
is
the three.
it matters to me, but like it doesn't actually matter to the bracket.
Honestly, I just would have gone for the Tokyo Ghoul opening.
Yeah, I
Unravel.
would have gone for Hey Kids. Just because I keep thinking of that, like, 12-year-old girl who's way better at guitar than me.
Solid reasoning.
Well, at least Hiding loses, so it kind of makes me feel better.
Yeah,
About
He
the last
lost
round.
by choice that time.
And
that is
now,
true.
And now we have Onizuka versus Steins Gate, and it's another nightmare. It's another nightmare.
Wow.
Absolute nightmare.
I think I'm just gonna throw mine out there. I think I'm gonna go for Onizuka, man.
Same. No, same.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna Google what I put in that old video because both of these were in my top 10.
Yeah. Like, I'm actually kind of like butthurt from the last round versus like I voted for Steins Gate versus Code Geass, and like the artistic value of Steins Gate like drove it so hard. But then it's up against Onizuka now, which like artistically like fucks as well. So like I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, I actually just went off of the song this time, and like Onizuka wins, man.
I like that we've all reached this, like, I don't even know what's happening.
Like, I don't even know what to do. They're so close. Like, I'm literally just like, I don't care anymore. Whatever song I like more.
Yeah,
won
so
this round.
in the initial list, I had Great Teacher Onizuka as like my number 3 opening of all time, and I had Steins Gate as my number 8. So I'm going with Onizuka.
Nice.
That's 3 then.
That is 3 for Onizuka.
Code Geass died in vain.
But that was, by the way, list was made over 3 years ago though. But still,
Times change. Change your answer.
no.
All right, I'm going Steins Gate posthumously, I guess.
Onizuka wins, but yeah, Steins Gate one of the greatest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Onizuka on this one because that black and white, it's great.
Like, it's just such a cool sounding song as well.
I feel like Onizuka really is a sleeper hit. Like, because last time, it was like 4-1-2, right?
Yeah.
4-1 as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Onizuka's a sleeper hit.
Like, it
yeah,
really
man.
is, like, it's really
Driver's
cool.
high.
Like, I think, like, I don't want to, like, get into the future rounds, but I think, like, it's going to be a tough one versus Unravel for me.
Like, I'm in the coolest driver's high, bro. Like, that shit is dope. Anyway, semifinals. We got Fullmetal Alchemist first opening. Yui's again versus Fly High from Haikyuu. Again, I'm going against Haikyuu because this opening, while good to me, is nothing super special. So I'm going for Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah, I think FMA's is way better.
I'm prepared to lose because I'm going Fly High. Oh, my chips in.
Evan,
This is why we didn't
okay,
include any free
alright.
openings,
Evan,
Jojo.
Dude,
make the
what
decision
I'm
for me,
talking
man. Make the
I
decision
just
for me.
I just want JoJo to explain to me why Fly High is so good.
Fly High, the song is killer. Seeing all my boys getting
The
in
song
their
is
big
good.
hits.
But
Like, it's a killer song for a killer arc where all my boys get big shine. And it how do I explain it without spoiling things about Haikyuu? When Haikyuu starts, the team has not quite assembled, right? Like, they've assembled, but they're not, like, functioning as a team.
Yeah, they're not
But-
best bros yet.
They're not best bros yet. Yeah, they haven't, like, learned to gel quite yet. And Fly High hits the arc where, like, the team gels together. And if you watch all the openings in succession, by the time you get to Fly High, like, the team fires on all cylinders. You get this beautiful animation of like the shot of Hinata seeing the volleyball in his eye. Like, you see it in his eye, and then it zooms out and he's like amongst all the crows and he does like the big spike. It's beyond powerful if you're a big Haikyuu fan. Like,
You know what's
that
crazy?
opening split.
You just describing that actually gave me goosebumps.
It's such a
And-
good, like, it's so good.
Okay,
It's
Evan.
because of how much of a Haikyuu fanboy I am that like you genuinely like how I root for a fictional team more than my favorite like sports teams in like real life.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know that same feeling.
Okay, Evan.
mm-hmm.
Remember this. Kono omoi wo. That little. Kono omoi wo. Everything.
Yeah,
Your voice has to crack in the best way.
Kono omoi wo. Come on.
I will have to say, JoJo, I still haven't seen the show, so I don't know. I don't understand the complexities of that opening.
You know
and I
what?
are gonna
Having
marry-
not seen it, you don't deserve to be this deciding
Yeah.
vote.
know what?
I'm gonna vote for Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood and end it.
I'm just gonna go for FMA as well, honestly.
Okay, FMA Brotherhood.
I
wins,
think
but JoJo makes a glory-worthy stance.
You did,
Or-
man. You really did. I really wanted to. I think Fly High would have won against any other, like potentially any other choice in this bracket. But like as an overall product, I do think Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. It used to be and maybe still is my favorite opening of all time. But Fly High is so good still.
I
know, man.
It actually hurts. It hurts for me to have done that. But I wanted to do it having seen both. You know.
That's fair.
And the second semifinal is Unravel versus Driver's High, Great Teacher Onizuka versus Tokyo Ghoul.
Death Note, Attack on Titan, One Punch
Oh,
Man.
wow.
I am more salt than man right now.
I am more salt than man.
Welcome to Rank Affair. How do you think I felt with the Digimon disaster?
Okay, now I get it. Now
You understand.
Now I know true pain. I don't know. I'm letting you go.
I genuinely like I actually I feel like most of the time like I have an idea like what side I'm leaning to. Like I'm still like I'm deciding.
I love both of these songs, so I would listen to both of these songs any day, like any time of day. The visuals on both are also like they're so different because like they're so poetic with Unravel, and they're so just kind of like badass. Like you got spray paint, JoJo. You got spray paint in the Onizuka
Spray
one.
paint in there.
Like, oh my god, I'm watching it right now on mute. The
Yeah,
Onizuka
same.
one, because oh man,
It's really good. Like, I can't fault you. It's really good.
It just like
because I also
so
watched
cool.
Unravel like before the stream again, and I was like, this is insane.
Like it just
Like-
the song is so cool, and like the art or like the animation that matches the song is so cool. Like I think it's like the cool like I don't even know like why I'm using the word cool like for a reason. Like it's like the coolest opening in anime, like in my opinion. But like which one's better? Which one do I like more? I don't know.
Bro, I forgot about this part. When Onizuka draws a target on his stomach and then shoots.
And it's somebody else who
screen-
gets hit.
No, it's a mirror.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the screen cracks, like
The
right
screen
where
cracks.
the target is.
Exactly at the target. Like that is just Onizuka wins, bro. Onizuka. Like I don't even smoke or like smoking in any way, and this obviously glorifies smoking, but I'm still voting for GTO. Man.
As a Canadian, it depends on what he's smoking. That would change my opinion.
I don't smoke anything.
As a not Canadian, it also.
I only smoke justice.
I smoke pure justice and drink nothing but vengeance.
Yeah.
I'm going.
But yeah,
Onizuka
I'm going for
overall.
Onizuka. It's just so unique, you know.
I am more salt than man.
I feel like if you haven't seen Great Teacher Onizuka, like you'll still like it, but you probably wouldn't like it as much. Oh, that ending is so good. Oh my god.
I got GTO like in my school's anime club. They were like, "Yeah, let's watch GTO." I was like, "What the shit is this?" So when I hear this opening, I think of like high school, and I'm like, "Oh, good times." But
But also
Unravel's,
bad times because high school.
it was also shitty times. But like, I know it's gonna win, so I just want to make the case that I do think Unravels connects more and acts as like an overall description of the show, even if the show bombs as a result.
Unravel's a
But-
great song.
Yeah,
Good
Unravel's a great song. I think the visuals are great symbolism for what's going to happen in the show. GTO does have that too, but like, I prefer it to GTO, but that's not to say that I don't understand why GTO is about to win. Because I do. I get why everybody likes this opening. I just hit my bike. I'm sorry. I did that without. I was so angry. I touched my mic.
Is that a unanimous vote for GTO then?
I don't know. We
Technically
actually haven't placed.
voted,
Like
but-
I'm still like, because I love GTO, but like the Unravel starts off so slow and like it's still like it sounds amazing, looks amazing, starts off so slow and then it hits and like JoJo says, like actually like it actually does represent the series and Kaneki as a character so well that like I don't know what to vote for. Can
But-
someone
but-
else vote, please?
But is Kaneki a good character?
So I voted for Onizuka.
That doesn't have anything to do with the OP. Don't pull that.
Wow.
I voted for
I'll go with it.
I voted for Onizuka. Who else voted already?
I voted Unravel.
I'm voting for Onizuka.
2-1.
All right, Briggs, do you want to make a decision or not? Because I'll end it.
You're gonna
You
end
wanna
it.
make
Let's just both end it, bro. 3, 2, 1. Onizuka.
Onizuka.
Like, I knew I was leaning that way.
Why
but like,
why do I suck? Why do all my opinions always lose?
I love you, JoJo. Just
It's okay.
never stop talking. But like your opinions are the wrong ones.
I actually had somebody comment on a video of mine today. Like, man, I love you, but your opinions on things suck. I
Oh,
was like, that's fair.
that's hard.
Okay,
It's kind of
so-
true.
Now in the finals, we have the first opening from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood and the first opening from Great Teacher Onizuka. Again, top 10s for me. So it's a nightmare.
I'm going Onizuka. Onizuka, fuck you guys.
I don't even know what I'm going. I don't know what I'm going.
I think Onizuka's better animated and just looks cooler. Although I was gonna say, although that fight in the FMA opening is pretty rad. Like on that, like I don't even remember what they're standing on. What is it like? It's like a pipe or something.
Yeah.
That fight's pretty cool. I don't know. No, I gotta
Yeah.
give it a.
Despite the fact that Heidi keeps singing the first opening from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, it's still a good opening.
I think for the longest time, like literally for years, I had Fullmetal Alchemist. Like up until now, I had Fullmetal Alchemist like Brotherhood as my favorite opening of all time for so long. Like almost my entire time, like liking anime, I've had it as my favorite. But I think something just passed it, boys. I'm voting for Onizuka, man.
Oh my god!
Okay. All right. Listen up here, hiding in public, if that's even your real name.
Yeah. Might be.
The FMA opening, it's fantastic. It's, I've listened to it like hundreds of times,
Yeah,
which proves that I have a
500 to-
problem.
Yeah.
The Onizuka opening, visually, it's captivating. And I have to say, at the end of the day, FMA's opening is better, so I'm voting for FMA's opening. But the best opening of all time is Make Your Girlfriend Fight Me.
Okay, so
What?
that's 2-2, right? Is that 2-2?
What do you say your favorite was?
domestic girlfriend.
Oh my god, I actually have it.
Out.
I only watched the first episode of that.
Wait, but is it 2-2?
Animac, have you voted?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay.
I'm the only one that hasn't.
No,
I
Hiding
haven't
hasn't
voted.
yet, even though we do know his vote.
Well, I don't know. I've been fighting pretty hard for both of these.
That's true.
The best opening, by the way, is clearly Great Days. I'm just saying.
I will say while Animac is deciding, I'm gonna console JoJo a little bit. Here's a comment that I got. This is the most amazing tsundere comment I've ever gotten. Your production value is shit and your presentation is mediocre, but what you say is great. Please creep up the great work.
I love comments. Like,
That was
it's,
so good.
they're my like comments like that are my favorite because I never know how to take it. I'm like,
I was like, this is probably one of the meaner comments I've ever gotten. And then the last half of it's like, what you have to say is great. It's so important. Please creep up. Oh, okay.
it's like, oh, cool.
Hiding vote, damn it.
Okay. The greatest opening of all time is the first Camp opening. I Want
You're
You
not
Back
wrong.
by the Jackson 5.
You're not wrong. I also love that opening.
Okay. Okay. So, but between Onizuka and FMAB,
Yeah, I mean, just for the emotional connection, I'm gonna have to go with FMAB. I really like the Onizuka opening. I'm glad these were the final two. I'm probably the only person who's happy with these the final two. But
Dude, what do you mean? I'm so happy. The
So
best
these
day of my
are-
life.
these are it's 2-2, right?
It's
What's
yeah,
up?
I think it's an even split.
yeah,
So
now
it's up to me. It's up to me. Okay, I love both of these. They're not my very favorite, but they're definitely my top 10. And at this time, I have to go with Great Teacher Onizuka. Driver's High by L'Arc en Ciel.
What an upset, man. Like, I guarantee, like,
It
if
really
we
was the
posted, like, a
sleeper hit.
poll
I'm
on
not even
Twitter,
mad.
Onizuka really was the sleeper hit of this whole
Yeah.
thing.
I am
Yeah.
so shocked. And I voted for GTO.
Yeah,
I'm still like, okay. Right
Yeah,
on.
guys.
You finally won, JoJo.
Hey, I want a cup time.
We all won. We all won. And for people who haven't seen Onizuka, like, actually watch this opening. It's freaking amazing.
and then if
Really
you
good.
actually watch the anime as well, it makes the opening hits, like, a lot harder for like, because you
Yeah,
know
like-
how cool and how good of a person, in a weird way, Onizuka actually is.
Yeah, this opening does a great job of bringing out Onizuka's personality.
Yeah.
And he's a much better character than Kaneki could ever be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Not even, like, there's no doubt.
Haneke, who?
Kaneki again. Excuse you.
But yeah, so guys, thank you so much for joining us. This has been, nerve-wracking, very difficult, and we're gonna do it again. So because there's just so many good ones. Like, I could think off the top of my head like 10 more
One
that I want to have in the next
rap.
round.
totally.
I want to have Cruel Angel Thesis. I want to have the High School of the Dead opening. I want to have Gurren Lagann opening. I want to have the
Yeah.
Bakuno opening. I want to have every single Psychopass opening. Like, there's so many good ones.
And free.
And, like,
Mob Psycho.
honestly, I was fair to the bracket. Like, I didn't include the 4 Kids opening for One Piece. Otherwise, it would have won, obviously.
It would have 100%
Ayo,
won.
Yo,
yeah.
yo.
also
Too much
gotta-
power.
In the next one, we also got to include the first opening for Mob Psycho 100.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
there's so
And the
many-
second one. Hey, the second one's
The
better.
second one is not as good, but it's good.
Oh, it's the best.
VR's got to be there.
We can
We
also
are
do like an alternate one for Bleach, an alternate one for Attack on Titan, a different one for Haikyuu.
Sasageyo, Shinzo.
Let's just do a bracket with 64 entries. Let's-
Yeah,
Go
let's
down
be
from
here all
there.
day.
Like an 8-hour bracket.
The lesson of today, guys, is that anime has amazing freaking openings. But we won't read the reviews today because we went long already. But then next week, we will read the reviews again. So definitely rate and review us, the Rank Cafe podcast, and one winner, our favorite for next week, our favorite review, will get a free shirt from animeopera.com. Again, if you want to suggest future entries for the next time we do this bracket, at animeopera.com on Twitter. We have the bracket posted there. I have everyone here tagged, so you can follow them. Check that out. Anything else we need to say before we go? And all the people here do have YouTube channels, and they will be linked on when we upload on YouTube. They will be linked in the description. Check them out. Hiding in Public, JoJo Talks Too Much, Evanit0, Briggs from All Day Anime, and myself, Anime Uproar. Anything else we need to cover?
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. I always have a good time on here, even though I am more salt than man.
Yeah, no, I mean, this was a rough one, guys. Thank you so much for sticking it out. This was not easy for anyone. I'm pretty sure I lost it there when Black Lagoon lost. I lost it there for a bit, but it's okay.
You know what we didn't include this time that we have to include next time?
Was that?
Sonochi no Sadame.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I
god.
just said great days. Where's JoJo?
There is so many. There is so many. Yeah, we got to do another bracket. Thank you guys, as always, for joining us. We're back again next Thursday, every week on Rant Cafe. And until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.
Bang.